Hello, welcome to my live stream. Let me ask you first, can you hear me? Can you see me? One moment, then we can start. You know, since we are live, there were always problems, unexpected problems. So welcome to Order Flow with Robert Rother. That's me, and for the people who don't know me yet, I started trading at the age of 13. I bought my first stocks, I think that was 1995. At the age of 17, I co-founded an investment firm in Germany with two partners, and actually they taught me how to do the investment business, what are hedge funds, managed accounts, private equity, and so on. And then I started to trade the S&P future, but still on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So I traded through the telephone and called directly to the floor. And that was the original S&P contract. One point was 250 US dollar, not the mini like we have now. In 2004, actually, I sold my shares in that company, and then in 2004, I moved to China, and I set up my second investment company with a Chinese partner together. And yeah, at the peak, we had over 100 million US dollar under management. I had a team of 30 people below me. They were traders, analysts, and doing the business. And this business was quite successful in China. And well, if you are successful in China, you always get into trouble. And then I was detained in May 2011 for outsmarting the Chinese finance system. And I spent the next 7 years and 7 months in a Chinese detention center and a Chinese prison. I was released in December 2018. And then I started to write a book. It became a best-selling book in German. It's called Dragon Years. I hope one day it will be translated to English so that you can also enjoy it. And well, right now I'm running a trading community for free. And if you want to get more information, you can just go to robertrother.com. Then you will be forwarded to my community. This is a German-speaking community, but you will also find the link to the English one. Also here you can find more information about me on Linktree. I have a YouTube channel in German right now, but this will be expanded to English language as well. Most importantly, the general disclosure: all Bookmap limited materials, information and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And you should know, if you trade, you're responsible for yourself and for your own actions. If you cannot take this responsibility, you should not go to the markets. This is my personal opinion. So now let's have a look at the markets. We have here the S&P chart. Somehow I have some trouble with my mouse. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't work like I want. We have a look at Bookmap. And yeah, there are also in the chat. Well, I am currently in Europe, and this weekend our clock will be changed to daylight saving times. So during this week, or the last 2 weeks actually, there's always 1 hour difference between these two countries or two continents. But it will be back to normal next week, and that's also much better for me because it really is messing up my daily routine. So yesterday we had Fed meeting. There were no changes in the interest rates, which actually is okay, but the market still went nuts, so to say, and started to make an absolute bull run after the decision. And anyone who was watching the market yesterday, it's very choppy market. Yeah, sometimes there was no liquidity in the market, then the S&P were jumping up and down, and this is not actually a market which I like to trade. For me, for my trading style, I'm using a very short stop loss, only 5 ticks as you can see, and a take profit of 12 ticks or sometimes a little bit more. Now let's simply go through my routine that I'm doing every day. If my mouse would come. I have a very important fact sheet for me, and this is basically what is important for me is the initial balance high and low. If we have, I calculate the delta or the difference high minus low, and then I get a number. This number is telling me what sort of day we can expect. Can we expect a trend day or simply a sideways or rotation? If we have a huge initial balance like 30 points or more, then basically I do not expect that we have a trending day. So I would short the highs and buy the lows. But if we have a narrow range like 8.5, like yesterday, which is typical for a Fed meeting, then I expect a breakout. And every time we have now initial balance around 10 or below, we have a breakout through the IB high or IB low. So now, what is the initial balance? It's simply, very simple term, it is the high and low from the first 30 trading minutes. So now today the market opened at 2:30 Central European time until 3 p.m. So we have a high above here. I would draw this into Bookmap, simply like that. It's at 532150. I will put this into my 5321 into my Google spreadsheet. Then I will look at the low. Where's the low? 5. It's here. So I will enter it here. This is at 530850. And then I get a delta of 13. It's narrow. It's I think we can expect another move during the day. We had this shakeout at the beginning. Market open at 5321. We went down to 5308, and now we are in this range. Hello, Peter. Well, and hi to, I cannot read this. I think this is Thai. Are you in Thailand, your name? I have very good friends in Thailand, and I cannot read it. Once as I was in prison, I had 2 very good friends from Thailand, and they taught me about the language. Let me guess, this is Thai. And currently I have very good friends in Thailand. So now the next most important thing is the anchored VWAP, yeah, and Bookmap has this amazing tool, which I really fell in love because the VWAP is very important for me. I will activate it. So, and now I will create a new line. Sometimes sometimes I want to speak German, or I think English and I speak German, so forgive me for that. It's sometimes if you speak multiple languages every day non-stop, you'll get confused. Hi Gregory, nice to see you. Also, if you have questions here on Discord, let me know. So now let's calculate the VWAP, and we also need the opening price. So, and I really like to look at the regular trading hours, not the extended trading hours. They are of more value to me. We see that we have a gap up. Well, if you look at my chart, you can see many all my lines are gone. Very nice. Basically I have a lot of, it's not loading my drawings. they were just there seconds ago. Now everything is gone. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to understand computers. I really don't get it. My lines are gone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We can start from scratch. I want to get the opening price. So I know there are a lot easier ways to do this. You can make this automatically and so on. But I'm there the old school guy, because in prison actually, or before when I started trading, I did everything by paper. I draw my charts on paper. We had chart books where we draw everything. So for me, it's sort of meditation, yeah. And it gives me a different feeling for the market. Hi, demo trader. Nice to see you. Opening, not for opening, is 21st03. That's strange. All my drawings are gone. Why is this a different chart that I have to? It's a little bit annoying. Yes, is it here? Ah, here they are. It was a wrong chart. These are my drawings, and on the upside, there are no drawings because we are trading at all-time highs, and there's very difficult to predict anything. Yeah, so above it's all empty. Now the opening at 5315.25 and my 15.5. And another very important figure that we must know is the settlement price. We find the settlement price on the page of the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So the Bible for the futures markets. Anything you want to know, this is the official rule book. So we check the E-mini, go to settlement. Well, here on the 1st of April, somehow something will change. I didn't understand what, but right now this is my source for the settlement price, which is at 5286.75. 5286.75. And I will add this here into my chart book. 52865. 75 exactly here. And I will fixieren, means to hook it up, to fix it. And I call it SP settlement price 21st03. And yes, it is not the settlement price of the 21st of March. It's the settlement price of the 20s. But for my idea, for my understanding, it's a price from today, so I write it here. But I know it's not the one from today. The one from today will be figured out later this day. So the next thing that we have to do is to add the VWAP here. Yeah. So, and there I have my, I will explain also what, and I did this already in Bookmap. The session VWAP, it's important for me with the standard deviations. So now we have our chart picture. I will draw in the highs and the lows and the initial balance high and low. This I will simply take from below, but there's too much lines right now. I will draw it again. So IB high is here. Rename it. Settings. I want to have it in green. IB high. And then we want to have a different color. No. I learned to use the right colors for the right things. My problem is before I have a sort of photographic memory, and I never used these sort of lines because I just had it in my mind. But I figured out for live streams and for teaching people, it's better to have a clear structure. And sometimes I also like it. It's somehow relaxing my mind. So IB high, IB low, and we have this gap here. This is basically the trading idea of the day with an initial balance of 13, like I also wrote here. for this day 13, we can expect a breakout. Yeah. Right now we are in the trading in that range. Now I will adjust my charts to one here and Bookmap on the left. So it's a good way to present my idea, because anytime, I mean, if you only look at Bookmap, you really must be a very skilled trader to see the big picture. It's difficult, yeah, and I suggest to most of you, always have a look at the long-term picture as well, yeah, another time frame, to not get into over trading and the, let's say, gambling addiction. We have to say, all of us, we are somehow gamblers. If you're not a gambler, you have to admit it, basically you wouldn't be on the stock markets. So you have to find your way to deal with this sort of addiction. Yeah, somehow I would say that this is an addiction. That you know how to manage it. I have this here in pink. I don't know, I like this color in sort of pink, and sometimes I also use different colors. It depends on my mood. I'm very flexible with that. So now, important for me is we are in the middle of the rotation. Yeah, initial balance high, initial balance low. So there is no need to act right now. Simply don't trade for me. I would wait that the market goes up here to take this, to fetch the liquidity at 5322, or probably go down here to 5308 and to go to the standard deviations. The standard deviations, the first and second one, are really, really good trading points for the ES. I'm trading them with an SL of 5 ticks and a take profit of 12. And this is a risk to reward ratio from 2 to 1. Man hört den Deutschen raus. John, yeah. Well, yes, I am German. I used to live most of my time overseas, and well, I could improve my accent, but I said, what the hell. I lived in Australia, and the British people told me, if you can understand the Aussies, then you can understand everyone. So I can understand everyone, and basically most of the people can also understand me. But of course, I probably don't have the nicest accent. But so what? Nobody's perfect. So let's look if there are questions. And I'm really, really happy when this daylight saving problem is solved next week. It really messes up my daily routine. Let's have a look at the order book. It's a little bit thinner. Yeah, only 2 figures. So I hope that a little bit volatility is coming into the market, and that we probably get gap close trade. Yeah. Here we have this is the settlement price from yesterday, SP21.03. This would be a nice target here, or at least gap close 5295. Definitely in this area, long opportunities, and also here it's a settlement price, of course. But the market is very strong, really have to say. If stock markets generally have an up move, or if they gap up, then yeah, they have power. So what we could do now here to anticipate something, yeah, well, add an anchored VWAP at the low. And now let's see if the market should have a breakout. Yeah, I don't like to trade breakouts myself, because with a very narrow stop loss, breakouts are very dangerous to trade, and you probably will lose money. But if the market has a breakout here, we have the anchored VWAP at the bottom, and then this would be a nice entrance point. So we can also add it here, but for also probably important to note, as for the anchored VWAP, I only use the normal VWAP, no standard deviations. But for the session VWAP, I am using standard deviations. So at the top of here, we see the standard deviation and we see the liquidity of 320. This could be a nice short opportunity. Well, like I said, we don't do live trading here on the Bookmap channel, just market explanations to educate the people. But it would be a nice opportunity for me to exactly place my short order at 0.75, yeah, with a 5-tick stop. We have the liquidity. This liquidity basically gets absorbed. Probably I would have my entrance here, yeah, maybe not. With this tick would be depend on luck. And my stop loss 12 ticks, 1, 2, 3, this is 2.5 points. 1975, 70.25. That would, my target would be the first standard deviation, yeah. And this basically I can trade day in and day out multiple times. Now we actually touch the liquidity. And with a winning rate of 50%, you can simply make money. Yeah, John, I know. Where are you from? Are you in Germany or living overseas? So now we touch the standard deviation here and we are running actually into this resistance zone with the high. Now we have the choice, either we touch the initial balance high or we make a correction back to first standard deviation and or even the session VWAP in conjunction with the VWAP of the low. If you have any questions, please let me know. Write it in Discord or in the chat room. So now we are testing. We can see what is important for me. I probably would have get out of here 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, run into the stop loss. Wouldn't be the nicest trade because it's exactly the initial balance high, which is always a good resistance point. But I want to give you an idea. What is my niche in trading? What am I looking for? I'm looking to, well, how to explain it in English. I want to know what the smart money is doing. With the smart money, I mean, for example, hedge funds, pension funds, algorithmic trading. What are the algos doing? Where do the algos buy and sell? If I know how they are calculated, what is their formula, then I can predict if a market goes to this area, like the VWAP, that a process will start. Let's say if the market goes around the VWAP, buying will start or selling will start. And if I know this, then I can use this initial reaction for my trading, for my scalping strategy. This is what I'm trying to look at and what I'm trying to understand. So if I know when the big players are going to buy and sell and according to which standards they calculate their orders, then I have an advantage. And this is basically what I'm trying to do. Looking for the smart money and then just follow the money. Yeah. Now we can see the market just went a little bit above. Yeah. Couple more ticks, but we can see a reaction is starting here. There is resistance and also in conjunction with this order. Yeah, and now we have this pullback basically to the first standard deviation. And then when the market comes here, basically this is the support zone. It's very simple. But if we understand what is behind the volume weighted average price and its calculation, then we know we have the price and the volume combined in one benchmark. It's not an indicator, important to understand. It's simply a benchmark. A benchmark according to algorithmic trading, and what I always can show you, I'm not inventing this thing. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, you cannot find a lot of information about this. You really have to dig deep to get this understanding, and I know it from my investment firms in China and in Germany. And we had the problem, if I wanted to go into a stock, let's say the stock has a trading volume of 10,000 shares a day, but we had to buy 100,000 shares. We cannot just say buy market or limit buy order like we do. I mean, we are small traders, we have no size. If we trade 1, 10 or 50 or 100 lots, we are nothing. So there are organizations, firms, they trade or they have like 100,000, 200,000 or million contracts which they have to place in the market. So we have to divide this over a couple of days, hours, or even weeks. And then how can we calculate what is a fair entrance and exit price? For this we have a benchmark, and this is the VWAP. So, and well, I'm telling you this, I always show this case study from MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor, how they used to buy Bitcoins. And they use the VWAP in process to get fills, algorithmic fills with over 200,000 child orders. Yeah, it's perfect example of how trading algorithms work. TWAP, the time weighted average price, then they always used to buy only 0.3 BTC with over 200,000 orders to get their position done in the market within a couple of days. 5 days, $250 million. Yeah, so it's not that you just simply limit buy order. No. And so if I know this, if I read these sort of papers, I get an idea of how algos are working. And if I know that, I can use it to my trading advantage. Also quiet today. Ask me anything, challenge me. We have summertime outside. I'm living next to the beach, so after this live stream probably I will head not to the beach, for this is too cold, but to go to my favorite bar, the Diggers Pub. And now we can see again, we did not come exactly to the first standard deviation, but what does the market do? It reacted and went up to the second deviation again. And now what the market is doing? Stopping. You really have to get a feeling for that. Yeah. On a couple of days, the market really makes the pullbacks like this, exactly on that line, on that deviation, or sometimes one tick above or below. So it's also, the market has its own mood. Yeah, like every human being, once we wake up, okay, you already know, oh, it's a good day or it's a bad day, or I'm in a shitty mood, or basically you know it if you have a wife at home or husband, you already know when somebody wakes up if it is if you should talk to them or not. And the same is with markets. I also see them as a living being. Yeah, I mean, there are only human beings interacting here. Even the algos are programmed by human beings. So different times, different behaviors, different liquidity level, how much is in the book. We see on the ask side only 2 digits, sometimes here on the bid size 3 digits, a little bit more. And this also makes the volatility, the aggressivity in that market. What I think about Williams indicator. Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I have to pass on that question, Erzin. I never used it. I really don't have any experience with it, so I cannot give you a valuable answer, yeah, simply because I don't have that knowledge. Personally use value 26 to have a view of the market cycle. Okay. I simply have to do some research on that. Oh, interesting. Now we see the sell-off. I will come back to this, exactly to the VWAP. Yeah. Now if I see something like this, Okay, this is a sort of sell-off back to the VWAP, and we see the market is stopping here. But I don't know what's happening right now. Are there any news or whatever? For this, I simply go to my favorite website. For this, it's called Financial Juice. Yeah. And you get, if there is something happening, I mean, we are in times of war. And some things can happen any second and we don't know it, and it will have an effect on the markets. But I don't see anything here. US natural gas change, okay, 330 bill anti-loss lawsuit. Yeah, there is no breaking news which actually would tell us something. So I just believe this is simply a sort of shake off back to the VWAP. And what we can see right now here, the VWAPs, they not that smooth today. Yeah. Also here the market jumps above, below. It's, I call it choppy. Yeah, with my strategy of 5 tick stop loss, it's very, very narrow. So you have to be careful with trading. It would work here, but with a risk to reward ratio of over 2 to 1, you're basically fine. Sometimes I do like, recently over 100 trades a day or even more. And then, of course, you have huge commissions, but at the end, you still are profitable. But we still see here, we are still in that range between initial balance high, initial balance low. This is simply range trading. Yeah. So we are in the middle. And we can also draw a volume profile into that area. Then we see we are now exactly at the point of control, 5,315. Here is the point of control. It's matching with the VWAPs. So there's no trading right now. This is simply range trading, means sell the high, buy the low until we break. And when we break, we know, because of the initial balance, which is only, or the delta of the initial balance, which is only 13 points, we can estimate, or we can predict that there will be a breakout in the second half of the day. A news, SEC probing crypto. Okay, yeah, again, I mean, it's not really, I mean, it's every time something like that, you know. Well, let's say, what is Bitcoin doing? 67k minus 1.1%, that's fine. I think also no big reaction. See, I also have Bitcoin here. Anything? Well, nothing of importance in Bitcoin. 70k, we still have 65. 60, yeah, I believe, and for everyone who's trading cryptos, just place a buy limit order at 60,000, yeah. Not for day trading, but I think that we will have another shake off, like 10-15%, that we will catch this liquidity and getting a lot of margin calls for all the over leveraged traders, and then the market will go up to 80k, because there is there was at least something 90, 100. I believe we still see the 100 cases here, but first we have to fetch this here. My favorite token, I'm invested here long time, Render token. Amazing story behind it. Because they are providing computer infrastructure. So if you want to basically, if you want to do an artificial intelligence application, you need computer power. And this, the Render token is providing. That's an amazing story. So now, still in the range until we don't come to initial balance low, initial balance high. It's for me simply talking and to you, and there's no action that I could do. Only finding trading opportunities at the second standard deviation. Here below, it's very nice, the 308, initial balance low, with standard deviation, it's in conjunction, if you put it together, nice support zone for a scalping trade. And I'm not going into here and waiting that the market will go up to the initial balance high. That's not my business. My business is simply, I know we have something, the algos will come into play, and I try to jump on it. That's my simple trading style. Question here. Okay, in Discord. Nutzt du Spotgamma? Aktienbulle. Well, Spotgamma is an amazing website and analytic tool. I'm reading their newsletter. I subscribe to them. It's great stuff what they use. We developed sort of our own model. Yeah, we have on the SPY the 0 DTE options. We have something like an option profile. These are these levels 1, 2, 3. I know here are the most traded 0 DTE options for the day. If the price is now going above 524, the SPY is the ETF on the S&P. If the prices go above, but the option prices will not go above as well, then I know we are in an overbought situation. If the prices go too low, below this option volume, I know we are in an oversold situation. Then I can expect turnaround. It's not if the price go below that I have to buy. No, then I have to put this in consideration with the price action and the order book. And many times you can see that at these levels where the option volume is, we also have the futures volume. And then I know, okay, if the market goes to this level, it's the trend is over, it's finished. And then I have the idea to simply enter the market. Hello, what kind of paid data do you have for the Bookmap on ES? I had a Bookmap for the exam. I took the data from the IB platform and the data was broken. From the IB, do you mean I'm using Rhythmic, yeah. I know Bookmap has its own data feed right now, but since I'm also trading prop firm accounts and not only using my own money, I basically use Rhythmic. I really have to say I had a lot of problems with the Rhythmic data feed during the last 2 weeks. Always delays, I don't know why. And then sometimes you have to change your gateway where you connect. So now I'm in Germany, but the Chicago gateway works. If I use a Frankfurt gateway, it sucks. I don't know. IB, yeah. Exactly, you need MBO data, and anyone who wants to get a little bit knowledge about this, you can go to the, since we are futures trader, you go to the CME. There is a link, market by order data and market by price. It's explained here. I will put this link here. This is knowledge that everyone has. This is like your homework that you have, that you must do. It's like knowing your tools, yeah. So, and here's described what's the difference, market by price or market by order. And we need market by price data. And this basically for a long time it was only Rhythmic who actually offered this. TQG didn't do that. Aktienbulle, yeah, if you have any questions, just send me a DM, direct message, and we can talk about this. We're doing a lot with options and options calculations, especially 0 DTE options, very nice tool to play around with. They became so popular. Now we see here nothing is moving. Yeah, David, you're welcome. Really, I meet so many traders, also my German speaking community, and also now starting my English speaking community. And if I make a little advertisement, you can come and join me here, Traders Mindset. Yeah, it's for free. Only 33 members right now. It's still growing. It's not much there yet, but I'm expanding it. But my German community has 395 members, and it's growing step by step, and it's also for free. My goal for this year, or maybe beginning of yet next year, is I want to have a community meeting in New York City. I mentioned that to Bruce once, and he was also very happy about this. If we can arrange this and find enough Americans or English speaking people who want to come to join us on this get together, yeah, it's nice. I'm doing this since a couple of years in Germany. Every November we are going to an island in Germany called Norderney, and there are around about 40 to 50 traders from the German speaking region, yeah, German, Switzerland, Austria, and we are staying there for 3, 4, 5 days, and we have one big event which is basically eating and drinking. No seminar, nothing, simply get to know each other, exchange ideas. It's amazing. There's really great relationships, friendships coming through that sort of event, and that is what I also want to do in the US or somewhere else also. I'm open for that. I don't know if anyone from you in Germany on the 26th of April, I think it's 26th is a Friday, 26th, 27th, there's the investment exhibition in Stuttgart, and I will be a speaker there, and giving a little presentation about my life. I was invited, and well, it's a lot of fun event, yeah. Old memories coming back. Actually, in the year 2000, when I set up my first investment company with my two partners, we also had a booth there. It was Invest 2000 in Stuttgart. So now, let's see, just market description. Now we're seeing these sort of strong buying orders, yeah, from the first deviation to the second, and now we're stopping here. I really don't like these orders, and now something else is coming in. I mean, we see there is a reason why the market is exactly stopping here. This is algorithmic trading from here to there. No human beings are doing this. This is simply computer mathematics. They say, okay, I come from here to here. Now I stop buying. If I buy above this price, it becomes too expensive. So you can say like this, you have to pay a penalty as a trader or as an algorithm. And we see there are still more buyers always coming here at 395 lots. So someone still wants to go into that market, has to buy, but he cannot buy above that price. Then the trader is screwed because he's a bad trader, so he has to wait. Now 500 lots, it's increasing until the job is done. Now above also, they are trying to play games here. So now let's see. Now they're only 150 and it's moving up. But they cannot go above that line. It's strange, yeah. It's so funny to see that if you know how the algos are working, you get yeah. It's just, I always enjoy watching that. It's like a perfect movie for me. And this is basically what I try to trade. This is my little advantage. Again, if you would enter the short here, probably you got your execution here at 20.75, 19.75, 18.75. My target would be here, exactly at the standard deviation. That's very narrow, yeah. But it's a nice example, and the buyer is still not finished. You see, he has to buy somewhere here. But he could also say, now I buy market. Well, then the price will just simply jump up. then he gets penalty, or he doesn't get his commission from the one who actually gave him the order. I mean, a trader in most cases is not like us. We are here to make money on our own account. In my company in China, the traders had only one job: to execute my orders to that price, which is fair. It was not about that they made a profit. It was, I said I wanted to buy this stock for $10, but the trading volume is only 10,000 shares a day, but I had to buy 100,000 shares because I had certain information, let's say insider trading and so on, that I knew the news release will be very good. So then I also not only had one account, we had like 500 different accounts where the money was, and then they had to manage different accounts, always buying small sizes to a price which is fair. Now, how can I determine if a trader is good or not? The trader is good if he can buy below the VWAP, or if he buys above the VWAP, he's not good. Yeah? It's not as simple as that, but I just want to explain to you why these zones or lines are very important for me. I can understand what is happening there, and this is simply my advantage. And then here you see it went from here short until there. So I would get my take profit 12 ticks. These 12 ticks are not random, and these 5 also not. These are not random numbers. I can see that these moves are basically 12 ticks. This is a minimum reaction. The same is also in the forex markets. If you trade euro US dollar, you have like 10 pips. These pullbacks always around 10 pips. You take it, not more. I don't need this big run. I only want to take these 10 pips. That's it. Aktienbulle, do you have a card? Yeah, well, definitely send me a private message. I will get you in. Don't worry about that. I have tickets, yeah. Aktienbulle. Be nice to meet you there. Oh, I just have to answer. So, do you still have questions? You know, it's really a sort of boring day, but this can change quickly. And we see again, touch, initial balance high is very powerful. And this is also not a random line that I'm drawing here. Oh, now we can see huge liquidity comes up at 26, 27, 28. So I believe we will have a breakout into that zone soon. If we see liquidity coming up here, well, I don't know when it will happen, but it will happen that the market will go, oh yeah, a lot is coming up. So probably simply run into that red zone, and when I would look for a pullback to the initial balance and probably trade the retest. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the breakout trader. I would wait the market runs up here, makes a retest, and then tries again into that zone. And probably if nothing's coming up above, well, 5,330, then we have a pullback definitely for me, limit up here. Maybe we make a retest first. This is why the buyer bought here, 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 and now waiting to move a little bit higher. Does the algo move towards the liquidity and run away? I want to have a better understanding what really happens. Do you have a recommended book? Erzin, well, there are really no books about order flow trading or Bookmap that I don't know. No, I don't know about any book. What I can tell you from my own experience is that markets move where liquidity is. Stanley Druckenmiller, I can said it, the world famous hedge fund manager, he said, it's not news that moves the market, it's liquidity. So, and this is the philosophy for me, and why I use Bookmap, yeah, why I fell in love with Bookmap, because I can see the liquidity. If I know where the liquidity is, I know there are a lot of sellers here. I don't know if they want to go short, or if they simply want to cover their long positions or hedge their portfolio. I don't know. I just know somebody has big pressure here. Either he needs to buy or he needs to sell or take profit or whatever. So somehow, if there are so many orders coming in that zone, this is not a normal trader. So if I know that, I can have different strategies. Yeah. Basically, it is not common that the market simply runs through that. For this, you need sort of a booster, yeah, like news, so the market will simply jump through it. What I can think about is the market will come here, touch this level, makes a pullback. And this is a trading strategy. You must always find your niche. What is your niche in trading? Do you expect the market will go here and makes a pullback like I do with 12 ticks? Yeah, I definitely would place a sell limit order here in that area. But I don't believe the market still can go up to 5,350 or whatever. But I don't care. That's not my business. My business is the market comes here, will test this area, and then makes this pullback of 12 ticks. That's my business. So define your strategy to understand this. Anurag, these liquidity, these are sell limit orders, technically. Technically speaking, you only see sell limit orders here on the ask side. What their intention is, that I don't know. I don't know who's placing this order. I don't know. Probably the people bought here and now they want to sell here. I don't know. Or they think this price is overvalued and I want to go short. Or they simply want to hedge their stock portfolio. I don't know. I just know something is happening here. Somebody has, or someone is placing, or many people placing a lot of stop limit orders, sell limit orders here. And this information is enough for me to develop a trading plan. And now interesting again, the algos are keeping the prices between these standard deviations. So you cannot tell me that this is a coincidence. There is no coincidence in this. And now we are waiting, or they're accumulating, whatever, I don't know. Like I said, the thing that we can see here, basically buy limit orders is green, sell limit orders is red. That's the only information that we have. Ali Khan, how much do you earn daily? Well, sometimes I also lose. Sometimes I earn nothing and I have to pay the market, yeah. These are questions which I basically don't answer. If you want to know how much to earn, you can look on Google, YouTube, Instagram. There are all the great traders in Dubai or whatever who make $100,000 a day on their Instagram or YouTube channel. But what I can tell you is that I wrote a best-selling book, which is, I can also put it here, yeah, best-selling book in Germany, which verifies that I run huge investment companies, that I was so successful that the Chinese government put me into jail for that. So no one of these YouTubers and people who talk about money can offer you. We have a saying, a phrase in German, yeah. We don't talk about money, you have it. If you talk about money, you don't have it. I'm happily free. I have enough spare time. I'm living next to the beach. I can go later after this call just 50 meters away. I'm living. I can post a picture later here in the Discord channel, so I can have my cocktail, my beer, whatever you like, and enjoy. Are you a profitable trader? I can answer these questions with yes. Yeah, this now for more than 30 years. I'm doing this and I educated many traders, I can also say that, who verified with their account statements and with their success that they actually got funded from prop firms. Yeah, I also have a lot of them who posting their results, who are with me. Actually, I have a group, a day trading group here in Germany, where we trade 3 to 4 hours each week or each trading day, and they can really see my trades and the results that I'm doing every day. Ersin, unfortunately, there is not an English version yet. You can look, actually, I had a nice talk here on Bookmap. You can read a little bit about my life. On the, let me see here, find more information about me here. Bookmap channel, Bookmap website. Get a brief introduction. I hope that this book will be translated one day to English. Yeah, I just need a publishing company who wants to actually publish it. And also you see pictures here from me. It means a young, wild boy. I started trading with 18. I was in the newspaper. That was a long time ago. Yeah. And, well, you can get more information about me here. Are we talking about, Anurag, are we talking about day trading or investing? No, both. I invest. I'm doing a lot of pre-IPO investments. For example, anyone knows about the company Anthropic? It is an AI company, the equivalent to OpenAI and ChatGPT. Yeah, these people left OpenAI and set up their own company. Google and Amazon invested billions of dollars into that company. And I created actually what I did in China, also doing it here. Now I created a structure that anyone can invest in companies like this. Yeah, one share right now costs $132. You can buy it. Yes, and I tell you, also day trading. I'm doing this every day, every single day, and people are watching me with that. I am a profitable day trader. Any more questions? But if you want to know how much money I make a day, you will not get this answer. And you can watch. Well, maybe I invite you, yeah? You can see how I'm scalping the ES every day. I'm open for that. I have nothing to hide, and anyone who knows me in the German-speaking area knows that I'm probably the only trader who's publishing his trade records and who's trading live in front of many people, and that since 2021, 2022. Yeah, since 2-3 years I'm doing this on Twitch, on YouTube. You can watch videos on my YouTube channel. I traded an account from $2,500 on AMP up to $20,000 in 10 months live. Each trade recorded for the public. Yeah, of course, Erzin, it's simply yeah. Exactly, people after quick bucks, and that is the problem. That is, I see so many advertisements on the media channels, Instagram, YouTube. Quit your 9 to 5 job and become a successful trader. I say, how stupid you are. Trading is not, it is a very hard job. Compare it to, well, we love soccer in Germany or football. Yeah, it's like you're playing Champions League if you're a day trader. So you must be ready in your mind, in your actions, and it's really tough. It's not easy. I cannot day trade every day. And basically during the summertime I take like 2 or 3 months off and not doing anything. Because I simply have to recover my energy level. I use Bookmap for execution and for the heat map. And then I use TradingView for my big picture. Yeah, I like this combination, like you can see it here. I like to have the big picture. I can draw anything on TradingView. TradingView is cheap. Also, it's I can watch any market. That's also important for me. I'm not trading ES. If ES doesn't work, I will switch to CL, for example. Yeah. Also, VWAP's working perfectly in crude oil. I can switch to gold. I'm trading a lot of Forex. For Forex, I have developed a trading system which I'm executing every day. My orders are in the market and I just wait that they will be executed automatically. And well, for day trading I simply use the ES, yeah, and sometimes crude oil. And if I can see the ES doesn't work for me anymore or it's complicated, I switch to the Nasdaq, I switch to gold. I can tell you I traded basically over 1,000 contracts in one trade in the CL during 2009, 2010. This was my basic position size. But that was a different time. You could do that. Yeah. How many monitors do you use? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 30-inch, I think 30-inch 4K Samsung monitors, and then I have a Samsung Odyssey, this round one. Yeah, I also have, this is quite nice. And this is also one question what the media is telling you. You can day trade from anywhere in the world. No, I cannot. Well, I can change my working space very quickly from Germany to USA in a couple of days. But I day trade only from my home office station. Anything else is well, you need a perfect infrastructure. Very simple. And you cannot just trade through your laptop. Well, at least I cannot. And I don't know any professional trader who really can do that. Well, you can make your analysis from a laptop and you can look at certain things, but you need a professional setup. Do you use delta footprint chart for day trading? I am not. There are two type of people who like to see images and people who like numbers. I'm the image type. I can remember everything in images, and numbers is not my thing. So this is why I don't like the footprint chart. I know what it is. I used it before, but for me, what you see in the footprint, I can also see here. There's from the visualization, there's no difference for me. So that is the important part, I would say. You have to understand which character, which type of thinker you are. Left side of your brain or right side of your brain. This has nothing to do with good or bad. It's simply to understand what works in your brain. I'm reading a lot about psychology, emotions, how our brain works, how our brain is functioning. And these are basic questions to answer for yourself, how to analyze and how to read data. For me, I love charts. I can see the charts. Bookmap, I love the colors, yeah. I play around with the colors. My brain can understand this and comprehend this. Others like the footprint. My training colleague Peter is also a Bookmap educator. He's a number guy. Yeah, he can see everything in numbers. So he likes to use the footprint, for example. But in the end, it's the same. The data is for everyone the same. The only way how we interpret and how we see this data is different. How to manage risk, Alikan? Very simple thing. Put a stop loss. I get to put a fucking stop loss into that market, yeah. That is the first thing. And then also one thing, don't overtrade, yeah. But the stop loss is the most important thing. And for me, sometimes I'm not willing to risk more than 5 ticks in the ES for my trading. Maybe sometimes like weeks like yesterday when rollover week is, I use 6 ticks, or basically I don't trade. So you really have to control this. And then in day trading, very important, that I took a long time for me to learn this, but also put a take profits there. Realize your profits. Because 80% of the time, stock markets or indices are in a rotation. They're not actually trending. If I want to catch a trend, then you're wrong as a day trader. You should invest in stocks, which I also do on my side, currency markets, and I leave the stocks on my account. But for day trading, risk management, very simple. Have a clear idea about your stop loss and about your take profit. And don't change it. Don't move your stop loss. Simply leave it there. Even if I had this last week, every time I got thrown out of the market on 5 ticks, yeah, it makes you angry, but it doesn't ruin you. You still can trade another day. Always think about tomorrow, not about today. Tess, good, very good question. How are you using the SPY when trading? Yeah. Very, very smart. And the SPY, I always have it on my radar. Very important for me, the first thing is, do we have liquidity divergences, or differences between the SPY and the ES? Sometimes we can see we have now a lot of liquidity here at 26, 27. But do we have also the equivalent here? Actually, we have nothing here in the SPY above. Yeah, nothing. So there's a divergence. Then what we are looking at are the options on the SPY, the 0 DTE options. We have here in Bookmap, as a private tool that we developed, we have like a volume profile for options. Very simple. We only need these 3 levels, 1, 2, 3. We go down, we see these are the levels where most of the options are traded. Call, put, together, quite simple. So now we are in the middle of that. So we are at a fair value. If the market goes now below these 3 green price levels, then we know we have an oversold area. If we go above, we have an overbought area. And then I can predict that the trend or the correction or whatever it is over for the day. And we can look for a turnaround. This is how I interpret the SPY. Very important. First liquidity, second option levels. And then I can put this into the big picture for trading the ES. How to set... Genau, brackets, also brackets here. Yeah, I mean you have this button here, trading button. Then you can connect your account. And brackets on TPSL is in ticks. Quite simple. And also Bookmap has a very good educational source on their website where you can find the knowledge base. Everything is explained there. Now again, where did the market turn? At the standard deviation. Now let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tick stop loss would be okay here. And you catch this trade up to the VWAP and trade is done. And we are still in that range, yeah, very important. Yeah, no, I would say, well, first of all, before you forget, leave a like here. Like the YouTube channel, always important. Only 13 likes, that's not enough. You have to improve this, otherwise I will not stop. Until not everyone hits the like button. Now, well, the liquidity is still there. New liquidity is coming at 33. $16 likes, a little bit more. Click, like. Otherwise, you have to how to say, I have to check this word. endure, genau. You have to endure me a little bit longer. Nice to see. We broke through the VWAP. We made the retest here. We can also see the same thing here. Retest to the VWAP. Also on that point. And well, now let's see. But to put too much into that context, it doesn't make sense. We are still in that initial balance range of 13 points. It's no trend yet. No movement. Someone is building up his position to let the market move. The average price is at 5315.50 according to the volume profile. And then, well, later it will rock. Yeah, very good. Some more likes came. When there is liquidity on upside, but market is going to opposite direction, then what should we do? First thing, Ali Khan, is get the big picture, yeah? The big picture, we have it here on the right side. That is very important. Then the second thing is, simply, if you don't know what to do, simply wait, don't trade, yeah? We see a lot of liquidities coming up here. But the market still doesn't want to move up. Like I said, right now we are in a rotation. That means people are buying, selling, and they want to build up their position size. Let's assume there is a big trader who wants to trade, like, I don't know, 100,000 contracts to move the market up, whatever. He needs this range to get his order filled. So we still have to wait. We don't know yet. I don't know if the market wants to move up. Maybe that's fake liquidity, but I don't believe that because it's very serious. Basically, these are not spoofing orders. And then maybe the market will go down first to catch some stop loss. I really don't know. And this is when I don't know. I simply wait until the market is telling me, okay, we want to go up or we want to go down. You don't have to trade. If you don't trade, you don't lose money. Exactly, the 308. No, 308 here, you mean? What broker do you suggest for least commissions if we follow your style for standard deviation trading? Anurag, I would simply recommend AMP. I think AMP, I'm also trading through them. It's you get a good service for good price. Also, another question is, are you living inside the United States or outside of the United States? That's also a question which you have to consider, because some brokers like Sink or Swim are not accessible for non-US citizens. For example, I cannot open an account there because I'm not American. And these are some small consideration. Probably Sink and Swim is better if you're American. I cannot judge this. I just saw the software and I know many people are using this. It's a great tool, I believe, but for me, the door is closed. Okay, I have to accept that. But if you are if you're non-US citizens and you want to really day trade futures, and I'm only speaking about day trading, I think AMP is a good choice. Many people are trading there. I never had problems. Everything is working fast. You can use Bookmap. You have your Rhythmic data feed and other softwares for free if you like. It's quite okay. And I'm not getting anything from AMP. I have no partnership or whatever for them. I just telling you this. Otherwise, I can also recommend as a broker is Interactive Brokers. I also have no partnership with them, but I'm IB client since almost 30 years now, and they helped me a lot during the time when I was in prison. And I can really say this is one of the most reliable brokers. Also for day trading, but you have to know you don't have day trading margins. They only have maintenance margin. That means if you want to trade one ES future contract, you must have 11K or 12K, depends on your account. That's, like I said, for day trading, AMP, I think it's a good choice. AMP is giving $1 for micros and $1 for mini. Is that too expensive? Well, that is you made your homework, Anurag. That's good. Trading micros is definitely more expensive than trading the E-mini. You must, but you must consider. Well, let me rephrase it. I opened, I think it was 2021 or 22, AMP account with $2,500 to show it to the public. And I started trading 3 micro contracts. The commissions, very expensive, but I simply did not have enough funds on that account to trade the E-mini for me. Because you must see, if you trade one E-mini, you trade like $250,000. It's 5,312 times 50. Yeah, we can use the calculator. So it's very simple mathematics. 5,312 times 50 is, you're trading $265,000 with one contract. If you trade the micro, you only trade 1/10, but you pay more commission. It always depends on your account size. If you have $10,000 dollars on your account, which is basically maintenance margin, you have a leverage of 26. I know with AMP you can trade, I think, one E-mini with $400. Yeah. Now I can tell you we had 265,123 divided by 400 US dollar. You have a leverage of 662. This is simply suicide. You have to get to know these numbers. No, the mini with the micro, you trade 10 micro contracts are one mini contract. With the micro contract, 1 point is $5. With the mini contract, 1 point is $50. Yeah, if you trade, now again, you see, you move a different amount. That is the question. With the micro contract, you use 5, 3, 1, 2 times 5. You only move $26,000. With the mini, you move 10 times. You move $265,000. Exactly, Aloy Santa, yeah. Ten micros is the same as one mini, so the costs are 10 against 4. Yeah, this is Aloy Santa, you put it right. I am not wrong in that, Anurag. I got these questions many times, and that is misconception of the industry. They introduced the micro, which I think is a good product. Don't misunderstand me, but it's a good product with higher costs. I don't need to trade the micro when I can afford the mini. I'm saving money. So now we're almost 1.5 hours. So if there are no more questions, then I would start to go to the beach. And the market is not giving me anything here today. It's simply in this range. So I can stay here and wait, or I can enjoy the sunny day today. So, and if you have any questions, please write to me on Discord. If anyone is in Germany and wants to come to the Invest exhibition, well, let me know. We can have a drink. It's the evening time, or you can listen to my speech. And then I would say, well, see you next week, or see you in the community. Take care. Bye.